Should we actually just start the whole thing again? Hello and welcome to the Big Sis Little Bro Making Show. Woo! I got the name right that time. I totally professionally got it wrong last time, but Jack did an outtake. So I am Jess, I'm the Big Sis, and I live in Oxfordshire with my husband and daughter.
And I'm Jack, I'm the little bro, and I live in Oxford with my partner.
And a beautiful bunch of flowers. It's very exciting. We're recording in Jack's house today. I don't know why that is so exciting, but Jack comes with great snacks. So we're all snacked up and ready to go. We, as always, are really thankful for everybody who's joining us today. Welcome back if you've come before. Everybody's welcome here, and we love to see the likes and comments and everything you write. It always really, just brings joy to our hearts. So thank you so much.
It absolutely does.
Yay!
How have you been?
I've been good. I mean, I've still got slightly the cough of doom, which Jack had to edit out about 100 times last time. But yeah, it's all good. I've done loads of knitting, as you'll see later. How about you?
All good. I hear that we've had some playlist suggestions.
Yes. So last time we floated the idea that we might set up a cozy crafting playlist, and loads of people wrote back really enthusiastically saying yes, so we are going to do it. Some people have already actually sent fantastic suggestions in, but if you would like to suggest something and you haven't already, send us a comment below and we will set it up. How are we going to set it up? You know the tech specs.
We will have a link in this description below, which will take you to the playlist, and we'll be adding to it as time goes on. So
on Spotify.
On Spotify, yes, on Spotify. But yeah, it's a lovely idea of yours to have a little community playlist. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be like cozy autumn vibes. So yeah, get cracking with your suggestions, and anyone who sent one in already, thank you so much. We'll add in the ones that we've got already to start with. So yeah, really exciting.
Now, I know that you've got some foes to
I've got
share
so many
with
foes
us.
that I actually forgot to bring one with me. So I will quickly talk about that first, and apologies in advance because I have done quite a lot of knitting. I'm just going to rattle on. So I'll just try and get it done quickly and you can just look interested.
You must, and I will look
Closed
interested
eyes.
because I am. I haven't done a lot of knitting as per, so I will be the curious observer.
Great. I feel so heartened by that.
So number one, what is it? What is it?
There are 4 foes. The first one is the one I haven't got with me. So anyone who's been before will remember the stripy socks. It was Paintbox yarn socks in the stripes rainbow colourway, and Jack will insert a picture here through the magic of technology and me taking a photo later. So it was a really simple what we would know as a vanilla sock, my own pattern. I mean, it's not my own pattern, I haven't written one, it's just what I do every time. So 64 stitches, 2.25 millimeter needles because I've got quite teeny feet. I'm a very tight knitter anyway, but that's what works for me. Shadow wrap heel, again we'll link all of these like any pattern things below. And yeah, they're really nice, they're really fun. Just a nice, I've not worn many of the Paintbox yarn socks that I've made a lot yet, so I don't know how they wear, but they seem good so far.
Is it a merino nylon mix?
No, I think it is I think it just says like wool and nylon. They're quite woolly. They feel maybe a Blueface Leicester or something similar. The rest I have here. The first one is one that you saw the very beginnings of last time. So sorry, I haven't woven in my ends. I do weave in ends. I do. I promise.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I haven't quite yet, but I showed you like possibly like this last time, and now it is an entire, I've lost myself on the screen, an entire baby blanket, and the colours are blowing out a little bit on here, but it is a really nice subtle kind of rainbow, and the colours are just nice. It was a very simple, I cast on I think 60 stitches kind of on a whim. in, it would either have been 6 or 6.5mm needles. Of course I didn't write it down like anything useful, but it's really squishy, nice, just totally simple garter stitch.
It's so squishy and like just delicious. Just want to put your face in it, don't you?
You do. It's really nice and soft. So this is Sirdar Jewelspun with wool, so it does have a bit of a wool content, but the rest is acrylic. It's for a baby which is due early next year, so it will keep them hopefully kind of snug and warm. It's a kind of pram blanket size, so it's not huge, but it's not absolutely tiny. So yeah,
I really love that. And you saw a sample of, wasn't it, in a shop? And
no. Oh yes, sorry. No. Yes, I saw a sample of the yarn knitted up, and I'm really glad that I did, because in the ball, not to be rude, but it doesn't really show the full like lovely gradient rainbow because it's all sort of mixed up together. So yeah, I was really glad to see a sample. The colourway was pearl. I have finished.
Oh, this one was slightly torturous for you, wasn't it?
What's happened when I say I finished is that I got to a point where I couldn't bear to do it anymore, and I actually grafted the ends together and made it into a big loop, so that now, I've not done this before, I hope it fits. Yes, it fits really nicely like this.
Yes.
And honestly, I think I will wear it a lot more like this than I would as a dangly scarf. As I finished making it, I was like, I'm pretty sure I used to have like a Primark scarf that a million years ago before I knitted that was essentially this.
Yeah,
and this took a lot more time and effort.
And I say that was torturous because you were trying to knit it in the summer heat, weren't you?
That wasn't ideal, yes. And it's also because it's a single strand. It's beautifully light, very fluffy. It makes a lovely drapey texture, but it's quite tricky to knit with. I tend to knit on metal needles, and it's very slidey and slippy, and it's very easy to sort of miss the actual kind of middle part of the yarn and just get a bit of fluff.
Do you think if you were using bamboo needles?
It probably would have been better, but I don't have any.
I mean, I hear that bamboo needles are good. I've yet to try them, I have to admit.
I used to use them, but I'm also quite a angry type knitter, and I just worry that one day I'll snap them by accident. So yes, it is done. Nobody has to hear about it again. It is alpaca, mode at alpaca. Mode at Rowan alpaca haze in the colourway silver. It's a beautiful yarn, and I am quite allergic to mohair, so alpaca is the way to go for fluffy things if you are a sensitive soul.
And I hope I'll see you wearing it. And what is next?
The final wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count to 4. Well, as we've established, I absolutely can't count to 4. So this is something I have started and finished. It's already covered in mud because it's from my child who has taken it outside. It is just a tiny little hat. It's super cute, I will say.
It's so cute.
It is cute. So this is a tin can knits pattern. We often talk about tin can knits. They have really fantastic patterns, very, very user friendly. They often have nice diagrams on them. And when I was first learning to knit, it was very much like, you are now knitting this bit of the jumper, and I'd be like, okay. So really rate their patterns.
Actually, sorry, just to add to that, their phone app is really great as well, isn't it?
Yes, because the only thing with the paper patterns or the sort of PDFs is they are fantastically size inclusive, but that means you sometimes have like 18 or 20 or 25 sizes to then pick through to get the right numbers. If you use the app, you just say your size and it only shows that size. And you can usually say, like, I'm using this size of needle, this weight of yarn. So fantastic. We love them. This is the prism hat. The prism hat has 3, I think it's got like dots, stripes and triangles. So this is the dots. It's so easy to do. It's really effective while not being difficult at all. This is the toddler size and it fits perfectly. It took probably 1 or 2 evenings work. It was really quick. I'm really sorry, these yarns are all just old bits of scrap, so I'm really sorry to anyone who loves the colours like I do. I picked them out of my scraps bin. They're all ancient acrylics from when I used to use more acrylic yarn. I still do sometimes, but I'm really sorry, I don't know what they actually are.
But actually, that's perfect for a toddler because it means it's
Yeah.
very washable.
Very
and
washable.
Forgiving.
As she's already taken it into the nursery playground, could do with it. And I was just going to, I made myself one years and years ago, also out of acrylic, so it's really stretched and out of shape. But now we have matchy little hats.
I mean, spoiler alert, I'm desperate to make a version of that for myself.
Oh my gosh, you
so that I can match. So that is all the faux.
That's the faux.
As ever, I don't particularly have faux, but I do have a hoe.
A hoe.
And that is the summer sock that I was working on last time. It's now finished. I think I had yet to do the toe, which I've now done, and I've started on the second one,
Awesome.
desperately trying to power through before second sock syndrome kicks in.
But you've cast on the second sock, which is, I find, the biggest hurdle with second sock syndrome.
Yes.
Do you guys get second sock syndrome, or is it just a family failing?
I mean, please let us know, because I do find it incredibly difficult to cope with it. Our pal deals with it by doing 2 at a time on a magic loop.
That's amazing.
But
that's next tier.
It's next level, and it's way above my ability. But yeah, so that's where
Really
I'm at
beautiful.
with my current whip. What's your...
Well, I was going to ask what the yarn is. I mean, I know what the yarn is.
Well,
just remind everyone.
Yes, the yarn is Beach Ready by Bird Street. This is a sock set, so the toe and the heel were 20-gram mini that came with it, and of course match perfectly because that's how brilliant Bird Street are. But yes, it was their summer sock set, and therefore I'm really keen to power through it because I'm ready for the autumnal knits team. Yes, what's your first whip?
So I've got 3 whips. The first one I will talk about is my Mountain Mist, which I had put slightly on the back burner, but I've resurrected it. And so this is another Tin Can Knits pattern. Those of you who've watched before, certainly from the beginning, will remember this. So another lovely pattern. It's a really simple colourwork design, but very effective. Blowing out a little bit there, so you can probably see better on the shadowed bit. But it's got this really nice mountain pattern. Honestly, the colourwork is dead easy. Very good first colourwork pattern. I didn't do the increases very well, which is why they're quite visible here and here. Loads of people wrote back very kind suggestions of how to make them better next time. So if you are a new viewer and you're considering this and not sure what to do with the increases, check out I think it was the episode 1 comments actually. So, but episode 1 or episode 2 had lots of really good comments with ways to do your increases in a bit more of an invisible way. But I have finished the body! Hurrah!
Nice.
I will say I need to redo the bind off actually, because the bind off is really flary. You might be able to see. I find it quite tricky to bind off. My natural way of binding off is really, really tight, which is obviously not ideal in something like a jumper. So I've really overcompensated and gone the other way. So it's too loosey-goosey. I think I will try it on. I could even block it and see. But I have a feeling I need to pull this out and redo just the bind off. But it's okay. I can deal with that. The yarn is Drops Charisma in various different shades of mostly teal. We will list them down below. For anyone who's heard me wax on about this before, sorry, but the yarn is absolutely beautiful. It is blowing out a bit, I'm really sorry. We're working with sort of autumn daylight, which is never very high level. But it's a very kind of beautifully tonal yarn with a lot of little strands of colour woven into it. So it's very kind of deep colours rather than just being 2-dimensional. And lovely pattern. Just need to make a couple of sleeves. I mean, I'm holding it up thinking it'd be quite a nice like t-shirt. But no, I will make it.
I can see it as a sort of shorter sleeve. What about a 3/4 sleeve?
That could work.
I really want to see you wearing it because I really love it.
You've reminded me, I forgot to say that I am wearing a Lento sweater which is a beautiful pattern lots of you will have heard of. I of course haven't written down the wonderful pattern designer, but you will put it here.
Yes.
Ting! And we will link that below. This is quite an old one, so I know that the fluff yarn was a drops alpaca silk, but I'm really sorry, I don't know what I think it was just a 4-ply merino, but it's no longer in my stash, so I don't have what that was. If I manage to find out what it was, we'll add it, but if not, Jack can add a sad face instead.
I will say that this lento you're wearing is the one that inspired all of the future lentos I will be making, because I absolutely love it.
You're making a current lento, aren't you?
Yes, I am, but it's not one of the whips for today.
Okay. What are your other whips for today?
Well, I'm
just going to rearrange.
Decided that it being autumn, I can now bear to touch my Sirdar. Am I saying that right? Sirdar.
Well, as we've established, I don't know.
And I've done some ribbing at the bottom.
Yes, you're so nearly there.
Trying not to pull all the stitches off.
So the ribbing starts off here, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that the ribbing I think might be a bit too short at the moment.
Just hold it up and you talk.
But what do you think? I mean, would you continue the ribbing, make it a bit deeper, or do you guys approve of a shallower rib? I suppose it depends how it looks when I try it on, and I should get the barber cords out and do that.
You should.
Really?
You should. You can even insert a little picture if you do that.
I could. That would be very clever of me.
That would.
And so this is Sirdar Jewelspun, and I will pop the colourway up on the screen because I can't remember it now.
It's the Aran weight acrylic one, isn't it? Whereas that blanket was in a chunky which has wool. So there's two different types of Jewelspun.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Exactly.
It's very beautiful.
And you've got a version of this because we made them. Well, you actually started yours after me, but finished it before me.
Yes, but I also
is not allowed.
I need to rip out the ribbing on mine and redo it because it is, to say it is sack-like is too generous. It is unflatteringly shapeless. I think I will just leave it at that. I mean, do something about it at some point.
I don't want to agree with you there, but that is something I was worried about with my version of it, which is why
you've learned from my mistakes.
I'm concerned about not doing enough rib, so I think I probably do need to double the amount of rib there. But
let us know what you think.
Yeah, I would really love to hear what you would do, and like you, I need to add sleeves and all that shenanigans.
Sleeves always feel like, because you're going in the round like this, but you're, instead of like a huge circumference, all of a sudden it's a small circumference. I always mentally feel like it just whizzes.
Great. Maybe I need to do some sleeves before actually deciding how long to do the rib.
You could.
Yeah, something to think about.
Excellent. I've got two more, one of which is actually a hoe. Because I had to sit in a waiting room for a while this morning, and I finished this. I was wondering how to do this because, of course, again, I have forgotten my sock blockers. This is a DK sock. I'm sorry, I'm just rearranging it slightly. It does not look good here, but trust me, guys, this is, and again, the yarn is blowing out as brighter than it is, but actually, if I show it back here, this is more like the colours. You can see pooling here, but in person, it's much more subtle than that.
It is.
It's not very obvious pooling. In the camera, I often find on podcasts, you'll hear people say that the sort of pooling seems really obvious, but I don't think it looks particularly obvious. But it is more like these kind of colours. But just to show you the variation, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the camera is showing it as being quite brown, and actually, to the eye, it's quite a sort of deep ochre, kind of gingerbready feel.
It's definitely autumn vibes.
Yes.
So this is, I've knitted quite a few DK pairs of socks for myself, and they're always too big. So I've tried a new pattern. It's not new to anybody but me, but it is Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. She's like in the podcast Hall of Fame, isn't she? It's her DK vanilla sock pattern. Again, we'll link it below. Very simple. as we've mentioned, we usually do a shadow wrap heel, but this comes with like a slip stitch heel flap and gusset.
Oh, nice.
I don't love a heel flap and gusset, but I thought I'll try it on I'll do this pattern as is once. The only thing I've really changed is I've just made the leg a bit longer. But I haven't tried this on yet, and it does look a little, I wonder if it's a bit short, but as mentioned, I have really small feet, so we'll see. The smallest DPNs I have are a 3.5, and the pattern says 3.25, so I did use a 3.5. I don't think this looks loose at all in terms of the gauge, so I'm actually fine with that. And the yarn is, I actually was going to make a DK weight Sophie scarf with this. So I wound it up and was all excited, ready to go. And then when I picked it up, I was like, scratchy. And it's because it's a blue face Leicester, which I hadn't really clocked. So because of the aforementioned sensitive skin, I can't really do blue face Leicester up around here. Like even this, which I'm not allergic to because I'm a bit warm today. Even this is a little itchy. So this is Rivenets. I'm really sorry if that's, I can never remember if it's backwards or not. It's not backwards, is it?
It's the right way around.
Rivenets. I mean, how do we say that? Nane. I'm so sorry. That. They're DK in the giant squirrel colourway. It is 100% blue face Leicester. It's a really nice yarn, but it is on the woolly side. So for me, that just means socks.
Fair play. That name is hilarious.
That's cute, isn't it?
Totally here for it.
I'm glad I'm using this yarn because I bought it a few years ago while I was in early pregnancy. I went to a little Rivenets event. I was really poorly. I was so sick and I just couldn't, any of the yarn that I bought at that little event, I actually had to, it sounds really tragic, I had to just put it all away and like not look at it. And the smell of any woolly yarns really was a problem at that point. So it was a bit of a mixed experience, but this yarn is obviously really lovely and I'm glad I bought it, but I've had to sort of hibernate it until I felt ready to approach it.
Also, I notice it's in a very nicely compatible homemade project
Yes,
bag.
it is. We're going full autumn here. This is what Ali of Little Drops of Wonderful would probably call a dodgy bag, except that her dodgy bags are not actually dodgy, they're beautiful. This is really dodgy. But it's got a little box bottom, which I will not show you close up because I'm sure the seams don't match. This is lovely material. I'm really sorry, no idea what these materials are. I just have a whole massive box. And then it's got a really nice little lining with some trees.
That's so cute.
I do try to match my project bags to my projects.
Look, you're saying it's a dodgy bag, but from where I'm sitting, it looks cheddar gorge, as Miranda Hart would say.
I think. Well, funnily enough, my next project bag has, if anyone's seen Miranda on the BBC, it has a Miranda pin on it. So I very recently used this yarn and absolutely fell in love with it. So I'm using it again because I had some more in my stash. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Bo Peep Luxury Baby.
Ooh.
Lucky babies, right? So it's, feel this.
Oh, that is soft.
Soft and squishy.
That is so
not what we normally want in a sock. So I would normally not use a particularly soft and lovely yarn for socks because they want to wear well. But this is 52% Falkland wool and 48% nylon. So it's actually really quite strong.
Wow, that's good and hard wearing.
Well, I hope so. I haven't actually worn the other socks much either. So the colourway on this is Bubbles 1097. Bubbles.
And how is it knitting up?
Well, it is knitting up beautifully. So this is in my little DPN holder from Jo at Pickle Lily, which I got at the Southern Wool show the other day. Again, I'm just making my standard vanilla sock. I'm a real basic gal. So it's just, you can't quite see there actually. So this is like 2 different stripes and this is 2 different stripes. But yeah, it's a simple blue stripes. She goes very nicely.
It does. It does. I feel like I need to actually knit some socks with it.
Yes, you should. It's lovely. It's an affordable yarn
and
too.
Also, you've got a really nice stitch.
I have.
There.
So this is. Oh, it keeps turning itself around. It's very sparkly. You can't see the sparkles, it doesn't want to show you. So this is a cute little mermaid tail. So not last year, but I think the year before, I got the Castle View Yarns Advent, and I think it was like a mermaid theme. It was very beautiful, and that stitch marker came with it.
That's
so
cute.
Because
this
I like
feels
to
very like, you
sea
know,
vibes.
themed.
Exactly. The bag is not actually a project bag. It's one that I got in Suffolk somewhere a long time ago in a nice little gift shop. All I can tell you is that it's by something called Lift, and it says handmade in Suffolk.
I have a feeling that it might be made of recycled sail canvas.
That sounds about right.
Because it's a lovely, lovely canvas. That.
Yes. Very nice.
Well, that's really, really exciting. And what's the next thing that we usually do? I've forgotten.
Knitosophy.
Knitosophy.
Knitosophy. We need a little extra jingle for the knitosophy.
We do.
So my idea to ask to you today, caller, caller number one, is what is your favourite part of the project making process? So is it the planning, the casting on, the middle section, or finishing?
Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, obviously the answer is buying the yarn, but aside from that,
I think that's a separate hobby.
I mean, it is actually, isn't it? It's well known to be a separate hobby. My favourite bit, I think, slightly boringly, would probably be the middle part of the project, where I've got the cast on out the way, and that's done, and I can just sit and get into a rhythm with it. But that said, lately I've been doing my usual vanilla sock and finding the ankly middle section a little bit endless, and thinking perhaps I should broaden out to maybe a Hermione or something like that.
Like a slightly patterned sock.
Slightly patterned, and you've done some lovely Hermione socks, and it'll be no surprise to no one that I like to copy all of your knits.
Take inspiration.
Take inspiration from your projects. But yes, generally it's the middle, and I have to confess I'm a really bad finisher. I get to 80-90% of kind of anything, and then I can't bear for it to end, and I'm kind of over it at the same time.
That is tricky.
There's a lot of languishing at that point.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I was just thinking about what you said actually, and that makes sense to me because I was reading the other day about sort of flow states and how some people find that being still creates a flow state, that sort of relaxation, like deep kind of quiet. And I think it's safe to say that for both of us, being still does not create a flow state, creates a state of panic and anxiety. So I can really understand why that middle section where you're just doing something very repetitive would put you in that sort of state of calm and
soothing.
Exactly. Like I used to twizzle my hair a lot when I was little and like just rub it, because that was like a repetitive movement that was very I used to, like I don't still do it, but I do. I mean, conversely, I probably actually would say the beginning and end, so pretty much the opposite. I do like planning my project, so I've got, as previously mentioned, quite a lot of stash, but I actually know what I'm going to do with really quite a lot of it, because I like to sit and stare at my spreadsheet and plan patterns, because it makes me feel a little bit more in charge of it and a bit less overwhelmed by it all, because I know it's going to turn into things and not just sit there. As you can probably tell, I'm a fairly quick turnaround normally. You wouldn't know it from a few episodes ago, but normally I quite like to bash my projects out quite quickly. So I get quite a big sort of dopamine hit from newness, and that comes for me with like the start of a project. So I have to say, like sometimes caking up like hand-dyed yarn, it feels a bit stressful, and I have to sort of do a few at once because it's a bit of a palaver to set up all of the stuff. But then once I've done that and I've cast on, then that's like a new exciting thing. Then when you have a nice relaxing middle section, I'm just really bored because I don't have any patience, unlike you. and then I need the dopamine of finishing it so that I've like cleared a thing out, and then I've got room to start a new one.
I really feel like I could learn from you. This is really interesting. And
Okay,
when you
what means
say,
I stop things halfway through because I'm bored.
and you said that when you cake up the yarn, it's a bit of a faff because you're getting the stuff out. Is that a Swift?
Yes, a ball winder and a Swift is what I tend to use. But I don't have a huge amount of space in the place where I'm setting it up, so sometimes I get a bit flustered and sweaty. But what I actually really need to do is just do a few at once.
Yes.
And then I've got like a little caking party to do every now and then.
To be fair, it's not that easy with a toddler, so...
No, she likes to help. So, yeah.
That's really... I'm really intrigued, actually. And I'd love to know from the team, from you watching, which parts of the project do you like? How do you motivate yourself through the bits that you find challenging?
Body island, sleeve
body
island.
Sleeve island. Oh, yes.
Second sock syndrome.
Seriously, any tips to get through those? And actually, if there are any sock patterns that you think are good for a beginner but slightly beyond vanilla, that's kind of where I'm at, so I'd be really
I mean, you're a
intrigued.
confident, you've made a few pairs of socks now, so you're not a full beginner, but I think as much to say you haven't done sort of patterned socks or anything yet, so
no,
any recommendations,
but
very welcome.
I'm ready. Yeah, the swag, we're ridiculous. We have too much swag, don't we? But we're gonna curb our enthusiasm.
I think it's just what's happened is the last few weeks happen to have had a fair few, like a couple of events, and then things are coming up with sort of Advent, Christmas type things. So what's happened is just a lot of...
There's an influx, there's
an uncharacteristic, that's the word I was looking for, level of swag. This is not how we are the whole time. I probably didn't buy yarn for 6 months before we started this podcast.
I think the way to do it is to eke out the swag that we've got, so that we've always got something new and exciting to show you, but not too much.
We don't buy this much all the time.
But I'm going to kick us off because I'm too overexcited. So one of the things we did, I think we mentioned last time, is that we went to the opening of the Oxford Yarn Store. One of the new pieces of stock that they got into their larger space was this Wool Addicts sock yarn.
Lovely.
And it's really lovely. It's quite soft. So it's 13% nylon, 42% wool and 45% cotton. So I'm hoping that it'll make a nice pair of socks that will be quite washable and forgiving. Because
breathable for the summer.
Yes, the socks that I made at the moment are slightly going to holes. So I'm hoping that a little bit of a switch up on material might be slightly longer lasting.
It's a really nice colour as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited about how those different colours are going to knit up together.
So when we went to the Southern Wool Show, I showed last time the 3 yarns that I bought, but I didn't show the notions. And because I have, as mentioned, a lot of yarn, I was more interested in getting notions this time because I don't have loads of notions, and as I was just mentioning, I like to match everything in my project. So I got a few little notions. I'm just going to show them all quite quickly, but we will link everything below. So this is from Under the Olive Tree Knits, and they are so cute. Cats in baskets of plants. How could you not love those? Absolutely gorgeous. Just fell in love with them immediately. I love houseplants. I mean, I kill them with love, but I love them. And who can resist a little kitty? So
cute.
Those are my first. And then, I'm so sorry, these are all in a little rattly bag. I haven't done this well at all. So as we mentioned last time, we had a really lovely time at the Southern Wool Show, and we hung out with Becky of the Bex Creates podcast, and Tracy of the Wool. Oh no, I've dropped something. Of the Wool and Wishes podcast. So do check those ones out. They are both really lovely podcasts. And Tracy gave me these super cute, a little badge and this little sheepy stitch marker.
Oh, she
so
gave me
adorable.
the same as well, and they're
So lovely.
absolutely lovely, and
Absolutely love them.
just like Tracy herself,
Yeah.
just so sweet.
And then, well, actually, from the Bird Street yarn store. So Bird Street have a secret stash of stitch markers, which we bought some of. But they had these as well, made by Becky of the Bex Creates podcast. So these are absolutely beautiful. This is the back of them. Really lovely, beautiful coloured beads. It's just such a, I don't know, these beads just look really gorgeous, and they're going to read, they're very much autumn colours to me. So that's exciting.
Might you use them with your giant squirrel yarn with the autumn?
I should have done that. So, sorry, we just had to pause and rattle around. So I mentioned Jo of Pickle Lily, who made my beautiful little DPN case. So she also does these lovely, it's like a lip balm sized, and they're different themed ones. I got this bee themed one because my husband and I met on the Bumble app.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so I like bee themed things. So they, sorry, thank you. They are just 3 little cutie progress keepers or stitch markers. That's Jo of Pickle Lily. She has beautiful things. I think I mentioned last time. Really interesting, thoughtful things. Then I got 3, I did get a lot of notions. 3 cute little, again, sort of stitch marker progress keepers. A little rabbit that has a little bell. A lotus biscuit cupcake. I mean, come on, guys.
And I got one with little strawberries
You got all
on
the
it.
Strawberries, so adorable.
It's so
And
sweet.
a donut. Really want a donut now. So those were also from Bird Street. And the final one, I have not got the yarn for this yet, as if I need to ever buy more yarn. But in my future, hopefully, is a sort of big, oversized, fluffy cardigan. I'm thinking of a sort of ballerina pink.
Ooh.
And these, how can I show these without dropping them? These buttons. So let's just do them one by one. I got different ones because I thought it'd just be fun. If I'm having a cardigan that's just all one colour, I thought it might be, that was not them breaking. It might be nice to have 3 slightly different buttons. And these are from Buttoned Up. And this has a really beautiful other side of this. This might go up in my little inspiration notice board.
That is lovely. And I noticed they're on Instagram, so I might give them a follow.
Yes, yeah, please do. She was absolutely delightful. She was so friendly and nice. And these buttons are kind of proper ceramic buttons, really beautiful. Hopefully I won't immediately break them when I sew them on to the cardigan that I haven't got the yarn for yet.
Now, 3 nice things.
Yes, 3 nice things. Would you like to do one first?
Yeah, I will start. It's a little bit cliched, this first one, but autumn is my favourite season, and this one isn't disappointing.
So beautiful.
It's really lovely. The colours of the leaves. We're in our autumn, kind of perfect autumn at the moment, and
not too warm, not too cold.
I'm absolutely loving it. I love getting the jumpers out. I love the excuse to wear the knitted scarves.
Yes, lovely. Autumn, fall, I think it's called in the US. Well, my first one, I've shoehorned myself in there, is also got a slightly American connection for any of our listeners over the pond. So it's a TV series which everyone has probably watched years ago, and I also watched years ago, but it's on Apple TV, which I don't normally have a subscription to, and I got given a month of it free for signing up to something else. And I thought I would rewatch Ted Lasso.
Oh.
And it's just so sweet and lovely. It's really, really nice. And what I'd forgotten, it's a kind of UK based, sorry if you've all watched it already. It's UK based, it's about a football club, but the manager who comes over is American. And oh, it's just so lovely and really wholesome. And like, I'm not a big sports fan. It's kind of not about football, but it is about football too. So like, my husband, who is into football, really enjoyed the football aspect. I really enjoyed the sort of gentle comedy aspect, and we just both loved watching it together. But on this rewatch, what I'm finding is I hadn't sort of remembered how poignant and bittersweet it is, and it's actually even I'm a few episodes into series 1, it's actually like there's big feelings there. It's actually very heartfelt and lovely. I do remember that by the last series, I think the episodes were longer and it sort of maybe dragged a little bit, but so worth watching the first series if you can get hold of it. I know Apple TV is not cheap and not available everywhere, but I think if you're ever like given a free subscription, it's really worth it. It's really sweet.
You reminded me actually that it does have that bittersweetness, and I think that's also a really nice connection to the seasons. I think that's what I love about autumn, is it's kind of betwixt and between, isn't it?
Love it. That's where I'm segueing. What's your next one?
My next one is online learning. So for some reason I've been getting really into like video courses that you can do in your own time,
In your own home.
in your own home, and I think it's something about this sort of back to school time of year. But
Yes.
I've been doing a digital illustration course on Domestika.
Maybe you could put up a couple of your beautiful tree pictures.
Yes, I will pop that one up. And I've been really enjoying that. Yeah, I just thought I would mention that as a nice thing to be doing to
Yeah, lovely.
continue learning. I don't think I'll ever stop. What's your second one?
Well, my second one is really silly compared to such an interesting one. My next one is just simply that, so I recently went on holiday to the Netherlands. Yes, I went to Stephen West. Yes, you will see some yarn. It was very expensive, so I didn't buy the very expensive yarn, but I did go to the shop. Stroopwafels. I'm sorry to anybody in the Netherlands if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Stroopwafels are unbelievably delicious. I knew this, but I didn't really know this. And we had fresh ones there in a market, and oh, it was delicious. But we bought some home, and you can. It's slightly less magical, but you can buy them in a UK supermarket. I imagine they're probably available in hopefully quite a lot of the world. I'm so sorry if they're not, because now I'm gonna go on about how great they are. But it's just two kind of thin layers of sort of very crispy waffle with a bit of caramel in between. But what really ups your game is if you balance your stroopwafel on top of your hot cup of tea for a couple of minutes and it just melts the caramel. And we eked our packet out as if we couldn't buy them in our normal Sainsbury's shop for a couple of weeks after we got back. And it was really nice that on our coffee breaks, if we were both working from home, my husband and I would just come downstairs like, oh, should we have a stroopwafel? And it's a really nice autumny thing. They're a bit cinnamony. So yeah, really nice. If you're in somewhere in the world where you can get hold of them, crack out a packet, get a hot brew, or you could just microwave them for a few seconds. It feels less magical. Stick one on top and thank me later.
Oh, that's so cozy. So basically, I'm using 3 nice things just to tell you about nice things I've been up to recently.
That's the whole point of it.
One of them is that I just finished reading a sort of fantasy romance book. And I say reading, I mean reading with my ears.
Yeah. Still a
on
way.
Libro, but Libro.fm. I'm trying to slightly move away from doing everything with Amazon. And the reason I like Libro is that you can attach it to a local bookshop that you like to support.
Oh, that's lovely.
So the purchases I make, audiobooks through Libro, support local.
That's really fantastic.
The book that I just finished is called Arrival Most Vile.
Love it.
And it's vile spelled like a potion bottle, because it is about 2 rival potioneers and just a really lovely LGBTQIA plus cast of characters, which
fantastic.
always warms my heart.
It feels like a really good time of year to be reading like fantasy type thing. I don't know why, but it just feels kind of like the cozy autumn vibes are back with that as well. That's so nice. I had written one thing down for my last, but I actually on the way here thought of a different one. So So this is something that you have also benefited from, I think, a little bit. So some of our wonderful friends, including Becky of the Bex Creates podcast, and Claire of Bird Street Yarns, and Lucy of the Country Bumps podcast, have all been recommending a really wonderful website called Taming Twins, and it's a lady called Sarah Rossi, and she had twins, and of course, the logistics, I mean, I find the logistics of life with one toddler scary enough. But obviously you have to get really organised if you want to home cook your food and things. So she has this incredible website full of resources, and it's not just recipes. There are really good recipes, but they're not kind of, you don't feel like you're eating like toddler food or kids food, but they are friendly for children. So that's a massive plus for me. But they're super tasty. I wouldn't feel like I was reading like a children's recipe, but they are so well set up. You can change the portion sizes and it immediately changes the amounts. You can do meal plans. She's got a whole week different meal plans, like several different weeks. You can say you want budget meal plans, or you want like healthy eating or 30-minute meal plans. She's done all these amazing resources and loads of stuff about batch cooking, and it's just like someone's done half of my life admin for me. And I've tried a few recipes and they are delicious. Yeah, that's one to check out.
Fantastic.
I feel we have waffled.
Maybe.
Waffled on for long enough. I'm so funny.
So funny. So it only really remains for us to thank you for hanging out with us.
Other people do this thing when they say, if you've watched to the end, send an emoji of, and I feel like we should do that.
Yes.
Should we do like an autumn leaf? There are like autumn leaf emojis, aren't there? If you've made it to the bitter end, send us an autumn leaf or a Spotify music suggestion for our playlist, or a sock pattern that you like, or a waffle. I don't think there is a waffle emoji.
But I think there is. Yeah, it's so lovely to spend some time with you and with you. And we'll see you again really soon.
Yeah, we will. If you enjoyed this, please like, please share, please subscribe. Everything helps us on the algorithms, and we just love to have this beautiful community. So have a lovely few weeks, and we'll see you soon.